Okay, hi kids. We are on chapter 13, the common good. Now, we're not going to spend a lot of time on this chapter, but so I have only 4 slides for you. So on the true and false, we have 5. These are all true statements. Number 1, sauerkraut was called Liberty cabbage during World War I. And we'll talk more about that when we get into the chapter, but sauerkraut was called Liberty cabbage in World War I. Number 2, the allotment policy sold American Indian land to non-Indians. Number 3, Minnesota women had full voting rights by 1920. Number 4, the Commission of Public Safety did not force Germans to change their names. And number 5, at first, Americans were neutral about World War I. Neutral means neither for it or against it. Our next slide says, list at least 3 pieces of evidence that support the following statement. Reforms inspired by the common good sometimes ended up hurting people. Number 1, because of allotment, the Ojibwe sold much of their land to non-Indians. That made poverty increase for the Ojibwe. And we'll learn more about allotment. Number 2, very sad on this one. Indian children were taught to reject their culture at the boarding schools. Yes, we forced Indian children to be in boarding schools, and they were taught to reject their culture. And number 3, many people had anti-German opinions, and those people were treated very poorly. Next slide. What were the problems and reforms related to logging practices? Okay, I'm going to name 4 problems. One of them is lumber companies were cutting down all the white pine forests. We learned that in the previous chapter. Number 2, when they would do all of that cutting down of the trees, they left behind cut over brush. So number 2, loggers left behind cut over brush. So number 3, that cut over brush is a great fire hazard, and it caused many fires. Number 4, so forest fires were becoming a major problem. So 3 reforms that came to be from these problems were, number 1, forests started being protected. Number 2, laws were passed to help prevent forest fires. And number 3, the U of M opened a school of forestry. Now, the U of M is the University of Minnesota. And you could go there and get a degree in forestry. Our last slide, what were the problems and reforms related to public health? 3 problems during this time period. Number 1, the streets were filthy with manure and tobacco spit. Horses and animals like that is what was pulling all the wagons, and they pooped everywhere, and there wasn't anybody to clean it up. And men were constantly chewing tobacco, and they just spit it everywhere. So it was just a filthy mess. Number 2, dead animals floated near the city's water supply. So you can imagine what that did to things. And number 3, typhoid and other diseases spread very quickly. So 2 reforms from these problems. Number 1, the government promoted sanitation, quarantines, and vaccinations. Now, quarantines is when somebody's sick and they put a sign out on the house of this house is quarantined. you can't come in. This happened to me when I was a child. I had scarlet fever. We had to put quarantine signs up at our house so no one would come in until I was better. And of course, vaccinations. We all get vaccinations now so we don't get measles and mumps and all kinds of things like that, whooping cough. Number 2, the government had a meat inspection law to make sure food was safe. And that ends our slides for chapter 13.